Hi there, this is Carrie from Stamp with CT. Happy Wednesday. Happy Facebook Live Day. Gosh, let's think. It is the 22nd of May already. So we are in the craft room this morning, Oliver and I. And we have been busy already today. But we've got lots of stuff to get taken care of. Of course, we want to carve out a little bit of time to spend with you, crafting and connecting. So we'll give just a minute for Facebook to send out some notifications. We may have been just a minute early, but that's okay to be excited and ready to go. We've got a pretty project to share with you today. I hope you like it. Something a little bit different. And we're going to do some die cut surgery. Sometimes we have to do that to get things the way we want it and need it. So welcome on in. It's a pretty day here in Texas, not too hot. I don't know if we're going to get rain today or not. It has been really, really rainy here lately. We are going to go ahead and jump on in. If you are catching the replay, super happy to have you here with us. I know a lot of people are at work and cannot watch at 10 a.m. Central Time. That's just when it works out really well for me to do the video, but I have a lot of people that watch on replay. I appreciate that so much. And if you're here live, welcome. Glad you're here. If it's your first time watching, my name is Carrie, and I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Texas. We're happy to have you here. Let us know where you're watching from, what you're up to today, if you're going to get to craft, or if you're just doing some chores around the house, or if you're working. Let us know what you're up to. And I'm going to pull in our annual catalog and direct you to page 54, which is where this suite of products, Unbounded Beauty, is located. Now, if you turn back one page, you've got lots of samples to inspire you with these products. But I have this entire suite collection, so I'm going to be able to show you the stamps and dies up close and personal. So let's first start with the project that we're making today. This is one version, and we're going to make one in Shy Shamrock as well. This is Petunia Pop. Just put a little strip of DSP on the inside to bring the inside as pretty as the outside. And then we used a little glimmer paper, a sweet sentiment, have a blessed day. And this is going to be a sweet card that I can send out today. I'm going to do that. I'm trying to send more cards. So the products that we're using come from Unbounded Beauty. And we'll go ahead and take a look at the Designer Series paper. It is just fabulous. It features those 5 new in colors that Stampin' Up! Brought with this new annual catalog. Each year when they announce a new annual catalog, we get 5 colors that retire and 5 new colors come in and mix so beautifully with the colors in our product line. I love that. We do have 2 stamp die bundles in this suite. Now, y'all have seen me use this suite before. We used it in stamp class on Saturday. Part of the reason why I wanted to go ahead and create another project with this is because I still have so many ideas. And I wanted to let you know, in our community Facebook group called CT's Craft and Connect, I'm doing something a little bit different. Today I'm going to be uploading all of the pictures of the projects from stamp class with this suite. So it's going to be an Unbounded Beauty album in CT's Craft and Connect. If you have created a project with these products, feel free to add your photo as well. So I'm going to share the ones from stamp class. I'm going to share other pictures that I've taken of swaps and other projects that I've created. So that will be a resource for you just to find all the different things that we've created so far with this beautiful suite. So you've got 2 different stamp die bundles. Here's the first one. And we did make this visual that I think is just really gone over well, where you can really see what those dies can do and how they work. So you can see this is a jam-packed die set that coordinates with your stamp set here, but you could use it with so many other stamps that you already have in your collection, either image or sentiment. And so we are using Have a Blessed Day. And then the other stamp die bundle has your images. So the one we're using from this set today is this pretty little flower. Now this is a two-step stamp set. And so several of the images, you have the outline and then the piece that kind of just fills in, really gives the color. So you can either stamp this one first and then bring that outline over it, or you can stamp the outline first and then bring that bit of color over it, whichever way works best for you. I love that these are always some stamps that give you a little bit of artistic look to them. They're not meant to line up absolutely perfectly. Flowers in nature are not perfect, and so our flowers that we stamp don't have to be perfect either. So this is a photopolymer stamp set. It does help you because you can see through the stamps to be able to line them up. But remember, it doesn't have to be perfect. And especially when you come in with those dies and you die cut out the flower. Now on this card, my sample card, we have flowers that are stamped with Petunia Pop and Pretty in Pink. So last night we had our craft and share on Zoom, and I'll be honest, I was tired from work. I did not have a project yet for today. And Dale came back to the craft room to help me with Zoom for a minute, and he said, what are you going to use? And I said, well, I really want to use these products. I'd like to stamp this flower, but I'm not sure what color combo I want to use. He has a different eye than I do, and that's what I love so much, that he helps me and inspires me. So he pulled in the Pretty in Pink and stamped these flowers, die cut them out. They were just gorgeous. But then he also stamped some with Peach Pie, that kind of yellowy orange, and Petunia Pop. So that's what we're going to use for our project that we're going to create together. But this is my sample, so I'll bring it a little closer where you can see how pretty that is. I came in and brushed across with a little wink of Stella. I don't know if that shimmer will show up, but it is there. And then we've got this die cut piece from the Glimmer paper. And I shared with them Saturday. Our Glimmer paper has that beautiful glitter on it, but it doesn't shed everywhere. So when you die cut it, it doesn't get all over your die cut machine. When you're cutting it with your trimmer, you don't end up with that all in the track of your trimmer. You just really don't have the shedding of the glitter, and I love that. Then we just sprinkled those embellishments on as well. If you can see this, there's some embossing of this designer series paper, and I use the So Swirly embossing folder. This is one of the new ones, and it's an oversized embossing folder. So a tip for you as you're using this, be sure that you get it lined up on your platform really well. I was telling someone at class the other day, you want to make sure when you are embossing that the folded edge, this edge, goes into the machine first. Most of the time you'll see me do that, but that really is the best way to load that into your machine as far as putting the pressure on the embossing folder. If you don't get this one lined up on your platform really well and you run that through, you take a chance of damaging the edges, you know, kind of messing those up, curling them up. So be careful with that. And just a quick reminder, we have the Stampin' Up logo. That is the top of your embossing folder. I like to take my label printer and put the name of it on there. Just really helps me. But be sure to remember this is the top of your embossing folder. So if you can't figure out which side, you know, is embossed and which is debossed, that will help you. And then the other thing to remember is you've got this line that runs across there. So when you're putting your cardstock or designer series paper in, line it up with that line, and then you know you've got it in there evenly. Now with one like this that's oversized, you may want to kind of move it around in the folder to get a little bit different look. And that's okay. You don't have to use that line to line it up, but just in case you need that to help you. All right. So we're going to use a little different embossing folder for this card we're creating together. And this one is dotted circles. And again, oversized, larger embossing folder than what we're used to. Really cool effect. And I think this one's going to show up a little bit better on camera. So I did that with the Designer Series paper again. So you've got those little dots. Really cool. It gives a really cool look. We're using a Shy Shamrock card base, and I did go ahead and make these top folding cards, which is not what I usually do, but you know, I got to keep you guys on your toes, right? And did I grab a piece of white? I didn't. Let me do that right quick. I like to keep some white inside panels cut at all times, so I could just grab one right quick. I meant to get one earlier, sorry about that. So here you'll see these pretty little flowers stamped with the peach pie and petunia pop. Aren't they pretty? They turned out really well. Would I have used this combination on these flowers? Absolutely not. But Dale did, so I was thankful for that. I think for the inside panel, we're going to do that same little trick with this strip that I had left over from something else. We'll put a little bead of glue. And I've got a fresh bottle of glue out, y'all. So it is flowing good. So we'll put that little bead of glue and we'll add this. It's a great way to use up your strips of Designer Series paper or cardstock. Adding that little bit on the inside. And then we can trim off the excess. And that just makes it easy. Of course, you could cut it down if you wanted to. I think we'll put this one this way. I like adding the inside panel, no matter what color cardstock I'm using, just to have a nice place to write my message. We'll get that lined up there. And that way that can dry for just a minute while we work on some other things. Get organized here. So I've got a couple of these pieces. So your Designer Series paper is 5 1/4 by 4 inches. And then I came in with a 4 inch by 1 1/2 inch piece of the coordinating cardstock, and then a 4 by 1 1/4 inch piece of white that I'm going to do my stamping on. And I cut myself an extra just to make sure I have lots of chances to do my stamping, because I had a little bit of trouble getting it straight earlier, but we'll be good. Just taking a look at my stamp, making sure. One second, guys. Okay. Let's stamp "Have a Blessed Day," and I'm going to bring it close to me. See how I do with my equipment up above. That's a little crooked, isn't it? Let's try that again. We can always turn it over. May have to bring it a little closer to me. I'm sorry. Sorry if that's off the camera. That looks better. Have a blessed day. Okay. So I don't need that other piece. We'll set it aside for something else. And you'll notice I did use my piercing mat for that stamping. So I ended up using the side that shows more of the cut edge. So I'm going to kind of calm those fibers down with my bone folder. But, oh, I didn't see that part. It's going to be okay, though. It's going to be okay. Got a little bit of a halo there, but we're going to cover that up. So when you look at the project here, we've got flexibility with this, and we're going to cover that up with the flower. We're not going to worry about it. Just got a little ink on the edge of the block. There is almost always a fix, though, when we mess up. And if nothing else, I can teach you that, y'all. Isn't that a pretty little sentiment? Have a blessed day. We all need that sentiment in our lives. So let's figure out where we want our placement here. I'm bringing in my grid paper. This is from when we had the Stamparatus, and this is the last little bit of this grid paper that I have. And I really hate that because I love this little pack of grid paper. It just really helps me line things up. We just don't sell it anymore. Okay, let me do that one more time. I think I need a little bit more glue under there because that's an embossed layer. You know, I normally tell you be judicious with your glue usage, but when you've embossed, some of that cardstock in Designer Series paper is not touching each other. So you need to add a little bit more adhesive than normal. Okay. So now we're going to be able to place this on our card base. And again, a little bit more glue than normal to make sure that that stays adhered down. We don't want our project falling apart when someone receives it. That would be embarrassing. Get that lined up as best we can. Isn't that pretty? And now we can hide my little stamping sin. Okay, so here's where we're going to do a little surgery. So this is one of the dies, and you could certainly add it like that on the project. We did that on some projects that we've made so far, but I wanted the flowers up in here like we did on our first project. So what I did was came in and used my snips to kind of cut in and get this cut apart so that I had two pieces to work with. Y'all ever do this? A little bit of surgery here with the die cut. That just gives you a little bit different look. So anywhere that it's connected, you can come in and snip. And now I've got my two pieces that I'm going to be able to lay in there. And that's going to be pretty. So we're going to add a little liquid glue here, because I'm going to be covering all of that up. And I got it on my fingers again. Don't do that part. Let me get some of that glue off. There we go. And then this piece I want to bring across where it comes almost all the way down. So we'll have one that will be over at the side, so pretty much the same placement. And I have this piece left. You know, you could certainly set it aside and use it for something else. I just put that with my glimmer paper, and then that way the next time I'm cutting pieces, I'll know that that's in there, and I may be able to use that up, not waste it. A little bit of glue on each of these flowers. Just kind of framing that sentiment. With my placement. At the same time, I'm covering up where I messed up. No one will ever know, because I know y'all are not going to tell anybody. And if by chance you get this card, you'll see. There's always a way around it. Very seldom do you just have to throw things away and start over. I know it takes you in a little bit different direction, but that's okay. Let's come in with some Wink of Stella and brush a little shimmer onto our flowers. I think everybody should have a Wink of Stella pen in their collection. I want to say they're $9 or $10. They were out of stock for a long time due to manufacturing issues, but they are back, y'all, and you need one. And we'll pop this. I'm coming right over to the edge of the card. I'm just going to turn that flower to where it covers up that little bit. I may bring that down a tiny. I didn't take the backings off. That will help. Now I've got even more glue on my fingers, y'all. Don't do this hot mess dumpster fire like I'm doing. Okay, let me see if I can get a little glue off my fingers. Boy, I'm really crafting today. So now I'm sticky. Okay, so let's bring in the embellishments. And for some reason, ours are not on a card. Probably because we were cutting them apart so that we could give those to people for their projects in the to-go version of class. And let me find a take your pick tool. I know I have several of them in the craft room. And I think we really have options here as far as with which gem we're going to use, because we've brought in so many of the colors. I think we'll go with the yellow ones. I put 5 on my original project. You know, you can do what you like. Is that too many? Y'all tell me if that's too many. Nah, it's not too many. But we'll put 3 here. It kind of, here we go. It kind of looks pretty. The dots look pretty with the dot embossing folder, dotted circles. So those are 2 versions of the same layout, same materials. Very different look to me with the 2 different colors. Y'all tell me if you have a favorite. Do you like Petunia Pop or do you like Shy Shamrock? Let me know in the comments. Place your vote in the comments. I think they both turned out really pretty, and I love the sentiment. Love Have a Blessed Day. Okay, let me share with you the projects that we made at stamp class on Saturday. We've got 5 really fun projects. We wanted to feature all of the in colors. So that's exactly what we did. We had a bonus project for Saturday. So Shy Shamrock, Petunia Pop, Peach Pie. We did a Peach Pie sympathy card. And I surprised myself when I designed this, and I think it kind of surprised everyone as they created it. Several people made a comment about that. Summer Splash, which it does have the petunia pop as well. Little touches of that. And then our beautiful Pretty in Pink. So here you see that die cut piece on the card, all in one piece. Just so, so pretty. These in colors play so well together. We have enjoyed using them so much. Now I want to remind you too that we are running a cardstock share this entire month of May. So if you would like to get 36 sheets of cardstock, if you pick it up from us, it's $22. And I have some of them all made up because I've got several that sold. So here is a look at what you get. 6 sheets of the new in colors and 6 sheets of basic beige, which is another new color in this catalog. So $22 if you pick it up from us. We can ship it to you as well. But that does add, I think, about $8 to the cost. So if you'd like to be in on Cardstock Share, let us know. We love being able to do that. It does save you some money from ordering the assortment pack that Stampin' Up! Offers in the catalog too. Our giveaway for this week, I'm bringing in those embellishments that I just used on our project. That will be our giveaway. So leave a comment, send up a heart right now. Hit that heart button right now. That enters you for a chance to win. Comments enter you for a chance to win. And sharing the video with someone also enters you. I'll pull by random drawing before the video next week and announce the winner next week for that. But last week's prize was the in color gems, and these are more the matte look to them. So more of a flat look, but they're still those in colors and they're super pretty. That would look good on these projects as well. So our winner for this week is Becca. Becca is a new friend, new Super Inspired Stamper team member. So congratulations, Becca. Thank you for your comment. Thank you for watching the video. When y'all do that, it really does help in the algorithms of the social media, and it lets other people see my content, which is just invaluable to me. So I love being able to do a little prize each week to say thank you. And Oliver, I think, knows. I don't know how. It's the inflection in my voice or something. He knows it's time to finish up this video and go get a TREAT. Okay, guys, we will see you again next week. Thank you for spending a few minutes with us. And if you create with Unbounded Beauty, I hope you'll pop over to CT's Craft and Connect group. Join us if you're not already a part of that group. But if you are, be sure to post your projects in the album for Unbounded Beauty. I'll be putting that up today, so you'll be able to see all the cards that I have, and then you'll be able to share as well. Y'all take care. We'll see you soon.